Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a pick a card reading on transitions. So if you guys haven't already realized, I am on a boat right now. I'm on a boat, you guys. I'm like super excited right now. I've got my partner over here that's rowing. And you can kind of see other people over there on boats. It's pretty cool. I'm really loving Paris. It's just amazing. There's so many cool things to do here. So what got me inspired actually to get this boat and do a reading in it, first of all, it's just awesome. Second of all, this card right here. You know, every time I see this card, I just really feel like it's the perfect card to represent this concept of transition. What I've been realizing about life is that all of life is simply a transition between beginnings and endings. All of life is a cycle. So you have basically a beginning, a rebirth, newness, and then you have a transition to a period of loss, death, letting go. And it is truly the loss and the death and the letting go that starts the cycle over into the rebirth and new beginnings. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a reading on how to cope with transition periods in your life for whatever your specific situation is. So go ahead and choose a number 1, number 2, or number 3, and we're going to get started. So if you choose number 1, I'm going to pull your cards, but first we're going to go over this card. This symbol symbolizes the wheel of the year, the cycle I just talked about, you know, the transition between beginnings and endings. And it also symbolizes change is coming. So it seems like you're in a transition right now towards things you've been manifesting. Maybe you just came through like an ending period in your life. Maybe things have been a little rough. And it's really nice because you see in this card the waters are smooth, so smoother waters are ahead. But this guy, you know, he's in his cloak, he's protecting himself, he's a little worried about where he's going to end up. That's the thing about this boat right now. It's like, I'm not sure where we're going, not really sure if we're gonna get there, not really sure where I'm gonna end up. It is kind of this uncertain feeling of just kind of floating. So maybe that's how you're feeling right now. Maybe you're just floating between things, not really sure what you should do. So let's find you some direction and some guidance. So a couple cards are coming up. The first card is the Blasted Oak. And this is actually a card that's talking about divine intervention. So you will not be in this transition period forever. I truly do see that divine intervention is coming for you to take you out of this period of transition. Because right now it just feels like you're wandering around in circles, stuck in the same place over and over and over again, and you don't know how to get through this door. Maybe this door symbolizes just change in general. Maybe it symbolizes a new job you've been wanting. Maybe it symbolizes a new relationship. Maybe it just symbolizes good fortune. But there's this message that you can't force this part of the tree to blossom and bloom and grow in the winter when it's not quite yet spring. So there's this message of timing here. You have to wait for timing. There are some series of events and synchronicities that are coming into your situation in order to help you out of this transitional period. There is something that you can do right now in order to help yourself through this period, and that is to focus on empowering yourself. This card is pointing right to this card right here, which is the empowerment card. We talked about this yesterday actually with my pick a card reading on confidence. So check out the pick a card reading on confidence if you're interested. But what I see here is that by empowering yourself, you're going to be able to take the reins and kind of push the energy and push the momentum forward for yourself so that you can move forward in these transitions. I'm actually seeing that there's one more card that goes with this message, and that is focus on empowering yourself by envisioning, wishing, dreaming, praying, hoping, setting goals, whatever it means for you. If you haven't already, check out my reading called How to Make a Vision Board. In that reading, I'm talking about a really easy way to be able to envision a new life for yourself and to actually manifest things that you want. How can you move forward if you don't exactly know where it is that you're going? At a certain point, you're gonna have to decide what is your move forward, what is your next step. And sometimes in life we sit around waiting and waiting and waiting, you know, for that divine intervention, which usually comes. But instead of waiting, why not try to initiate a little bit of momentum and a little bit of energy yourself? So how do we do this? We make a vision board, we make a dream board, we make a mood board. We put pictures, photographs, writing, different things like that together so that we can decide what it is that we want. Get a clear picture of where exactly you'd like to go in your mind and then head there. Just like in the card, I think I shuffled it back into the deck. I'm kind of sad I can't find it. Just like the card I showed you with the boat on it at the beginning of the reading, the guy is like on the boat standing and he's looking ahead. And so he's like has a vision of where he wants to go. He didn't just get on that boat with no direction and no purpose. And you know, it's likely that you're not going to get off the boat, get out of the transition unless you decide where it is you're going. So us in this boat right now, we've decided we're going to row around this island and then we're going to go back actually to where we came from. Interesting, that's kind of a metaphor. You know, life is cyclical. So maybe you are heading somewhere similar to where you were before, just kind of in a different way. So you need to really get started on deciding where it is you want to go in life. Making a big goal, setting a big dream, having a strong intention, and try different things to get like your juices flowing. Like I started this Rainbow Harmony channel, I didn't really have a clear vision exactly on what it was I wanted to do. All I knew is that I wanted to do card readings, I wanted to help people, I wanted to speak my truth, I had so much to say, I wanted to share the messages I was receiving from the tarot with everybody. And you know, so I took action and I got it going. But at a certain point I had to make a plan. At a certain point I had to have a vision of, you know, what I wanted. So I decided, you know, I want a lot of followers, I want to be able to reach, you know, many people. I decided I want to take my channel around the world, I want to travel. I decided I want to do personal readings, I want to help people like in a more personal way, more one-on-one. So there's like decisions you have to make when it comes to your transition here. But of course it's a good idea to just start something. So maybe that's what you need to do, is just start something. Start that YouTube, get that Instagram going, just fill out your resume or apply for that job or put yourself on that dating app or accept that invitation. Whatever it is, you need to just start something and get that momentum going. So any final messages for you? They're saying you did experience a death cycle which led you to this transition, just like I said at the beginning. And many times the universe comes along with this death cycle and this loss cycle in order to open you up and open your heart and to kind of like level out the playing field in order to help you make decisions. So sometimes it appears really bad when your entire world just starts falling apart all around you and you're in this situation where there's nothing you can do but just surrender. And it's really humbling, and it can also be very frustrating when you're going through something like this. But what I'm seeing is that you have to realize that these are the times that lead to the new beginnings. It takes you to a transition. During the transition, that's when you're patient, you wait for timing, and you also, you know, set intentions, set your visualizations, set your goals, start moving in that direction. Once again, allow the universe to come in and, you know, with the timing and with the synchronicity. It's about partnering with the universe. It's about little by little. It's about going with the flow in a way. It's not about resisting and pushing and pushing and pushing and trying to force things to happen. And I see a little blue dragonfly. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. The dragonfly is a message of staying positive, because often when we're in these transitional periods, it's easy. It just flew by me. Often when we're in these transitional periods, it's so easy to just label our experience and look around and see that nothing's happening and just think that we're going to be stuck there forever and just think that we're doomed. But that's not the truth. You have to really think about why you're in the situation. You have to be a little bit more reflective and realize you're being given this time of transition in order to create this clear picture of what it is that you want, and to be able to start making little steps and little decisions to help you like head in a different direction. And we don't force this, we don't expect it to happen overnight. I always tell you guys, Rome wasn't built in a day. So this is honestly about partnering, co-creating with the universe, and staying dedicated. So I hope this message helps you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out. So I'm going to go back for my deck. Those of you guys that chose number 2, we're going to get started. But I'm going to go back through my deck and see if I can actually find the transition card, because I accidentally shuffled it back in Isn't this just awesome though, you guys? I'm loving this boat ride. Thank you, John. Are you getting tired?
No.
No? You like it? Look at him. Do you want to say anything to them while I'm waiting? Putting you on the spot.
I'm good. I'm too distracted right now.
He's too distracted. He declines. I know he's got a lot to say about transition. It seems like we're always going through that, because honestly, you guys, that's what life is. All of life is a transition, and then sometimes there's beginnings and endings. Beginnings are super exciting because there's all this newness, there's like this rush of excitement, things are looking up, synchronicity, and then there's, you know, obviously the times of death and loss. It can be frustrating, it can be scary, it can be frightening. No worries. So, but most of the time you're just in this transition, and I'm realizing that like if you master the transition periods in your life, you've mastered life, you know, because beginnings are awesome, endings are rough, like we somehow make it through. I don't know if there's really a way to master that. We can try, but we just go with the flow. But the transitions are the roughest because it's like we just don't know what's gonna happen. So here we are, here's the transition card again. And what's sticking out about me for you guys who chose number 2 is that you did come from this very, very dark period. So now this transition is kind of manifesting as like a sleepiness, almost a depression, like a lethargicness, like a lack of motion. And so you just kind of feel like you're just floating here, you know, just floating. And you want to go somewhere, you want to get to land, you want to have new experiences, but for now you're just kind of floating in the middle, not really sure what to do. So let's see how you can make it through this transition period, how you can master this transition in your life. So I am seeing a challenge, and the challenge is exactly what I just said. It's the lethargicness, it's the boredom. And you have to be careful with boredom, because boredom is the gateway to the downward spiral. If you Google downward spiral or spiral of depression, what sends you down there is boredom. And this is so true. Whenever I would find myself bored, then I would just get depressed. And then what are we doing? We're watching Netflix. What are we doing? Eating junk food, ignoring our friends' phone calls, calling off work, getting all depressed, right, you guys? So what they're saying is that truly there is a lot of abundance and opportunity around you if only you would just reach up and pull from this inspiration. When you're feeling bored, a really great place to go is out into nature. So whether it's just a local park, or it's a just a walk around the block, or just opening your window and looking at the sky and listening for the birds, it's definitely worth it to get outside, because that is where you will be inspired. I usually wake up kind of bored and depressed. It's kind of a habit. I've talked to you guys about how I have CTPSD or PTSD, and I have anxiety and depression from overcoming abuse, being a survivor of abuse. And so it's just like my default to wake up this way. And so if I don't kind of get myself going and do my affirmations and my yoga and whatnot, I will start into this boredom cycle, and I will just spiral down. By the end of the day, I'm in tears. So who else can relate with that? Does that happen to you guys? So I'm actually feeling this message about, like, in the morning, like when you get up on your own, asking yourself, like, what is your goal for the day? One thing a day. This is what really helped me accomplish things when I was depressed. I started a couple of successful businesses when I was depressed, and it was pretty awesome. So I'm actually seeing this message for you about one thing a day, all right? Get up, do something active, whether it's just stretching for 5 minutes or doing some yoga. I really love Fitness Blender on YouTube. They have really great workouts. So try a little workout or something, stretching, making some tea, and then ask yourself, what is the one thing I want to accomplish for today? Maybe you need to focus on meeting your needs. Maybe the one thing you need to do for the day is something like go get your nails done, or take a shower, or shave your legs, or something like that. Maybe the one thing you want to do for the day is something kind for yourself, like I want to get myself a nice treat, or buy myself a new sustainable and ethical blouse. Or I want to, you know, answer a couple emails, or I'm going to hit that friend back, or I'm going to, you know, whatever it is. And even if you have work and stuff like that going on, because I know so many of us have work and jobs, including me, this is my job, this is one of my jobs, set yourself that goal that you're going to give yourself something to look forward to after you finish your work. This is why you get so bored, because you're just in this mundane routine and you're just always doing the same thing every day. And I tell you guys all the time about this job that I had where I worked it for 13 years, and it was just the same thing every day. I was really scared and like really terrified about trying something new. I thought it was like the only job I could do. I hadn't gone to college, and so I was just like, I'm screwed, like what do I do? And it really started with me envisioning like my dreams for the future and thinking like, what do I really want? And I knew I was an artist. I knew that I loved to speak. I knew that I loved to sing. I knew I had like these talents and gifts, but I was really shy about it. And something that helped me was actually like practicing towards my dreams. Like I would just dress myself up in my room and like take selfies and like practice makeup, and I would do silly things like that. And I made like a blog online, and I started writing because I love writing. And pretty soon I was finding these online fashion blogs and online magazines that I was able to message and actually ask them, hey, can I write for you? Can I work for you? And for free, I worked for a couple places, and it gave me something to look forward to. It gave me like a job. It gave me something to do while I was feeling bored and depressed. And so I would go to this job all day long, and then I would come home at night and kind of wind down, do some chores, whatever, and then I would work on these articles. And so this is kind of a message about you, like, not shutting yourself off to connection. And if you are alone, or if you're like in a super small town and you're like trying to make your way out or something, you feel like there's no options, get online and see what kind of communities you can join in. If you're depressed or if you're recovering from abuse, there's so many online Instagrams and support groups where you can actually make an anonymous account and like join in the community, and you can like give other people hope and like write back on their posts and tell them, me too, I feel the same way today, I hope you feel better. And you can write your whole story of like why you're pissed off and how shitty your day was, and you can share it with them. And that's also something I did when I was really bored and depressed that actually helped me turn my boredom and my depression into something that was like fun and like helpful for other people. And also helpful for myself, just to like vent my emotions and how I was feeling, and have other people come along and comment and be like, it's okay, like I feel the same way, I had the same kind of day as you, hope you make it through. So, you know, don't discount like online support groups. And I actually made one of my own. I'm not gonna tell you guys it, I'm sad, I wish I could, but it's like very, very personal to me, and it's like an anonymous account. And I made like an anonymous account, ended up getting like 1,000 followers just for like sharing the story of my life and sharing all the shitty things that happened. And like anytime I'm pissed off or I'm in a bad mood, I just go on that account and I just like write it out and like post it with like a picture, like a meme or something, and all these people write back and they're like, yeah, oh my god, I feel the same way, my day sucks, or I went through that too, or whatever. So even if you have nothing to talk about and nothing to write about and nothing to be creative about, at least you can talk about how shitty you feel. And that's actually a way to get connected with other people. So the point is, it's time to get connected with other people. And if you have social anxiety and if you have depression, you can actually connect with people over that. And that's one of the most healing things I've ever done. Like, I'm literally getting chills right now because I feel like so many of you guys who are watching are holding yourself back from connecting with people because you feel like you have the social anxiety. But the internet is one of the most amazing tools. I want you guys to use it. This channel is trying to show you guys what can be done with the power of the internet. I want to show you guys like how you too can share your story and talk about what you've been through and help other people, and maybe even be able to start your own YouTube or Instagram and help other people and be able to travel the world like me. And they're saying it's your destiny actually to be helping other people. And right now you're in this transition and you're not really feeling like you have a lot of tools to use, but you always have your own story, you have your own truth. And as you talk about the things that matter to you, the things that are bothering you, the things that you feel are important, the things you're passionate about, you'll find other people that are just as passionate and interested in what you're talking about. And these people are your soul family. These people will come, they'll find you, and they'll support you. I do see like you're worried about money, and this is one of the reasons that like you're working so hard all the time and you feel like you don't have any energy, and then you're bored and you're just like, I don't have any money, so like I can't go out anywhere and I can't have fun. But you know, when I'm traveling, you guys, I don't even spend that much money, like, right, John? We bought food since we've been here. And like there's so much, like all this shit here is like free. Like you can go to a park, like get outside, like find a group of people that want to go on walks with you. And if you don't like walking, or if you're having health problems, make like a picnic group and like take your friends out and start like doing picnics. And there's this app called Meetup you can use to find people that are meeting up and doing like activities and hobbies that you might be interested in, and other people who are trying to make friends. So welcome to the world of the internet, you guys. Welcome to the world of social media. This is an incredible time to be able to get connected. Use social media to help yourself find your community and to grow your business and your purpose. And many of you guys have healing gifts, and you're stuck in this dead-end job, and use social media to empower yourself, to learn knowledge and to learn things. John is actually right now, tell them what you're studying like with astrology.
Oh, I found out about something called esoteric astrology, which I guess is kind of like, it's another aspect of just standard, I guess, astrology, but it's more about soul purpose and stuff.
Yeah. Is there a waterfall in that cave?
It sounds like.
Let's go and film over there later.
There's a chain.
There's a chain? Wait, no, like not in the boat, but like, see, you can walk down it. Yeah, anyways, you guys, I'm all about waterfalls. Yeah, so he's like finding stuff to study about. He's learning about it online. He's actually getting recommendations for books. He's going to start studying it. Maybe eventually he'll find someone who's really into it, mentor with them, and who knows, maybe that'll be his next thing he does. Maybe he can offer that as a healing service to others. Maybe not. Maybe the esoteric astrology ends up leading him down another little rabbit hole, and he ends up studying that and finds a way. But, you know, don't give up. I feel like John can understand a lot of you guys out there who are still kind of like not knowing 100% what it is that your talent and gift is that you want to offer. Like obviously he's a psychic and he's offering that, but he knows that there's a lot more he wants to do. So the whole point is to not give up, to keep researching, to keep studying, to not feel like everything you're doing is just like pointless, because you can feel like that when you're bored and depressed. To know that there's like a reason you are in the transition where you're at right now. And this is just a message. You need to get into a community of people. You need to find more people that are on your wave, that are kind of on your vibe, and start celebrating with these people, whether it's online or in person, whatever you can do right now. And this is just a message for you on how to move past this transition. So I hope this resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out. So once again, I think I shuffled out of habit that transition card back into the deck, so I'm going to look for it before I do number 3. But isn't this just amazing, you guys? Oh my gosh, this boat ride has just been awesome. Are you getting tired yet, John?
No.
No? You still? It's not hard. It feels good. Nice. Well, we're gonna find you guys this card. But yeah, being on this boat is really getting me connected with the transition period I'm in right now. I just feel like, you know, while I'm traveling, everything feels like it's a transition, because I get one place, but I, like, in the back of my head know that like I'm gonna be going to another place. And so it can be kind of hard to get grounded when you know, like, when you kind of don't know where you're gonna go next. Like I have my next couple countries planned that I'm going to, but after that I still don't have that planned. And so it's interesting, like kind of just being in transition all the time, not really feeling like I can get my footing anywhere, but it's been really good for me. I've been getting really connected with this concept, and I just feel like it's a metaphor for life. Like we're on this journey and we can never really know where we're going. We can set an intention, we can set a purpose, and we can accomplish those things, but ultimately there's always going to be random things happening in our life, random events, new beginnings, synchronicities, death, loss, suffering, things that are going to come and shape and mold us in certain directions. When I was little, I wanted to be a police officer. That was like my, that was like what I wanted to be for the longest time. I think I wanted to catch the bad guys. I still do. But little did I know that years later I was going to get really interested in fashion and styling and makeup and art and beauty, and that kind of took me in a different direction. And so maybe some of you guys that are watching this is about you kind of steering in you're about to turn and like steer in a different direction for like your life purpose. And so this transition's kind of scary because like you're still kind of hanging on to the path that you're on, but things are going to be changing on the other side of this transition. So let's go ahead and pull you some cards. Yeah, this is about you starting a new project, you starting towards a different purpose, a different mission in your life. They're saying that there's still more time that needs to pass before all of this can be revealed to you. And these herons are a sign of patience, and there's 3 of them. So they're telling you need to be very, very, very patient while you await these messages. A good way to get in touch with like your purpose, like where you're supposed to go in life, of course, is to meditate. I really highly recommend Teal Swan's Spirit Guide meditation. Anytime I need to quickly talk to a spirit guide, or like talk to myself, or get inside myself and just ask myself, like, what do I want? Like, where do I want it? Where am I going? Like, what's the next step? I love to do this meditation, and eventually I'll make some meditations like that for you guys here on this channel. But I want to send you over to Teal's channel for that, because she has got some great wisdom, and the meditation is just so perfect and relaxing, and it's 20 minutes, but it only feels like it's 5 minutes. Anyways, get down there, and when you meet your spirit guide, she'll guide you through the whole thing. Just ask your spirit guide what your question is, whether it's like, what's the next step? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Like, you can ask all your questions. All the answers truly are inside of yourself. And so I feel like you need to spend this time getting in touch with what it is that you are here to do on this planet. When I did that meditation, I actually was greeted by these orbs of yellow and green light. That was like my spirit guide. And it was interesting. I did a lot of research on the colors yellow and green, and I realized that they stand for healing and communication. And it just made so much sense to me. I was like, I'm here to heal and communicate. And look, I'm wearing my colors. I'm wearing green and yellow right now. And I love these colors, so it was kind of cool. So yeah, it kind of came together for me, and what's really cool is that I realized I can heal and communicate in any way that I want. And I chose to do it through YouTube, I chose to do it through tarot, but you know, there's many different ways I could heal and communicate. So your spirit guide might say something kind of vague, but like leave it open to you, because when it comes to your life purpose, basically whatever is the most fun for you, whatever gives you the most joy, whatever makes you the happiest, that is exactly what you should be heading towards and aligning yourself with, because there's a reason that you have the dreams and the desires that you have. There's a reason, you guys, that you want the things you want. It's part of your mission and your purpose, actually. So this is about allowing yourself to have more fun in your life. Get out here and get on a boat, you guys. Go out into nature, get your friends together, go to a concert, or whatever it is that's fun for you. You need to get more in touch with that and not deprive yourself of that. I know that we have these adult lives, we have these responsibilities. Some of us have, oh my God! It's a bee! Okay. Do you guys see this bee? It's so cute. Spirit animal. Okay, can you like take care of this? Here you go. It likes my scarf. Here, John. I'm giving it to you because I can't handle this. Here. Just take the scarf. Careful so it doesn't get dirty. Anyways, I'm like, handle this bee. Aw, okay, he got it off. Now I get my scarf back on. It's kind of chilly. Well, let's just talk about that for a second. That bee probably came along for you guys as a message. Bees are a sign of community, actually. Similar to what I was talking about in number 2, you need to go find your people. I do see that you're very isolated. You've been through a lot of shit. So many people have burned you. And I do feel like for many of you guys, there is a relationship that's coming in. Because look, we have the heron again, and the heron is a sign of committed relationships. So the bee is here to tell you that you're not alone, that there is a committed relationship coming for you. Those of you guys who are watching this who are in a committed relationship, it could be telling you that this relationship is a block to you meeting friends and meeting people like who can help you. Because usually when you're trying to find your purpose and you're trying to get out of this transition, and you pray and you hope and you wish and you dream, often it's another person or a group of people that come to answer your prayers. For instance, I talk about my fashion styling business all the time on this channel. You guys know. I certainly couldn't have taken this path alone. Little did I know that there were so many people I was going to meet that were going to really bond with me and with my skills and with my passion for sustainable fashion, and were going to want to help me. Actually, this entire outfit was gifted to me by 2 different designers who really support me in my mission and my cause. And so I had no idea that I was going to, just by putting myself out there, meet these beautiful people that would help me along with my mission and purpose. And so they're telling you the time is now for you to shine, for you to put yourself out there and let your talents and gifts and all the things that you have to offer, like, brand yourself, put yourself out there. And so during this time of transition, we're talking about using the internet again. Maybe you can make an Instagram and start talking about, if you like art, post art. If you're an artist, start posting your artwork. If you want to be an artist but you don't have any art yet, just use your Instagram as like a mood board for the kind of art you'd want to create. Start talking about it and add other people that are making art you like, and DM them and ask them questions. And if anybody lives near you, little goose over there, if anybody lives near you, ask if you can meet up, you know, pay attention. They'll list when they'll have gallery shows. You can go to events, you can meet other aspiring artists there. It's just so awesome, the era we live in with the internet right now, and how you can just get connected with people and be able to move forward that way. So I do see you've been very emotional lately, and so you're frustrated because it's hard for you when you're so emotional to be able to focus on having fun and making friends and putting yourself out there, because you just feel like shit. And you probably look in the mirror and you're just like, oh God, this is awful. Like, and you probably just don't even feel like leaving your house. But they're telling you that this attitude and this time is truly ending. Like, the snow is thawing, you're able to get your footing and look ahead to what the future has to offer you. And truly, this time of transition is about you being brave enough to claim who you are and to put it out there and to start connecting with other people. And this energy is only going to get more intense, you guys. This energy is just going to get more and more intense. More people are going to start coming into your life. You're going to start feeling the push that you're really going to need to put yourself out there and become vulnerable. So things are changing. A lot of us are being called to be very vulnerable right now. And I just started this channel to show other people what can be done. And you don't need much. I just got a tripod and I got my cell phone. And you guys have seen my other readings. It's just a blanket on the floor. And I got these ratty old cards. And I just got my voice and I've got me, and I don't need anything other than that. So maybe you just get some art supplies and a piece of paper, and that's all you need, you know? Whoa! What are you doing?
Couldn't tell what the bee was.
Oh, he almost flipped the boat. Anyways, this is about like allowing your depression to heal naturally, staying focused on what you want despite the depression, waking up every day and asking yourself, what can I do to move forward? Whether it's just drinking more water, getting outside, answering that phone call, whatever it is, you know. This transition period is here so that you can start developing a foundation for yourself and your life. Ultimately, you're going to have to brand yourself, and you're going to have to make who you are known to other people in some way to get out of this transition. So I hope that this resonates with you. I'm sending you so much love and light. Peace out.